Welcome, Aquarius. This is your May 18th to May 24th reading. For you, the most influential transit this week is going to be the third quarter moon in your sign, Aquarius, on May 20th. That's going to impact your personal growth and self-development. So you may want to reflect on personal goals and release limiting beliefs. This is also a time for you to embrace changes that align with your authentic self. So let's see what else we have. We have what does that say? Justice. Interesting. Okay, I don't think we've gotten this card before. All right, so we have justice and judgment here. So this to me is you like stepping into your power and you coming into an understanding of who you are and what you came here to do. So this may be like after you've had some struggles with this, after you've kind of gone through some difficulty and some challenges, like you coming out stronger and braver and more courageous than ever before. So there's also this message about you not comparing yourself to where others are and rather focusing on your journey and what makes you feel good and what you know is aligned with your authentic self. So what others think of you is really none of your concern, and where others are at is also really not for you to worry about, to think about, to how do you say, like, don't project that onto yourself as far as, you know, oh, I'm not as far as I wanted to be, or I don't have, you know, the status that I should have in any way that you would be comparing yourself to others. Like there's a strong indication here of like that is not for you. That's just prohibiting you from and blocking you from moving forward on your path. We also have the 10 of Swords here. Okay, so yeah, just this message of letting go of the things that don't serve you and not feeling any way about that, right? So you know, and sometimes it is a little difficult, you know, we have to kind of feel those emotions first before we let them go. But this is you like really not even needing to do that, just knowing like, oh, okay, already I know this isn't for me, so I'm just not even going to give it any attention or any power, because the more energy you give it, the more time you spend thinking about it and trying to make it work for you, when you ultimately when being truthful with yourself, know that it's not for you and it's not going to work, because you don't really desire that. You doing that quicker, sooner, faster is what's going to be the key here. So, and as a part of doing that, letting things go that aren't working for you, there is opportunity. Like it opens up the door for the blessings and the things that are for you to come through. So it allows more prosperity to reach you, more abundance to reach you, more blessings to reach you. I also see you here being guided by the divine, your intuition, your higher self here. And there is opportunity here for you to connect more deeply and to ensure that that is where you are, like getting back into that space. And some of you may already be there, and if you are, that is wonderful. Others of you, this is that transition back to who you authentically are and back to that energy and connection that you do have. So we have the Four of Pentacles here as well. So there may be some things that running it through your heart space as well as your logical mind will help you in deciding on what you want to do and what's going to stay with you, what is no longer benefiting in value and creating any value for you. So not just thinking about it from a logical perspective, but also thinking about it from a heart-centered approach as well. Okay. So we also have knowing freedom begins where your desire ends. Wow. Yeah, I love that. So this is all about just releasing. So even the things that you do desire and the dreams and the goals that you do have to release that energy out into the universe to show the universe, like, these are the things that I desire. These are the things that I want. So releasing that, and then also being that vibration and continuing to work on bettering yourself and becoming more of your authentic self. Because when I say bettering yourself, that's all that means. It's not saying that, like, oh, you're doing so bad, or you're not who you truly authentically are. You are, but this is you becoming more aligned with who you are. So that's what I mean by that. So hopefully that explains it. We also have you. Oh, all right. So that's interesting, because these things we're talking about letting go of, for some of you, it is friends. And it's people that just don't provide any value. They're draining you, or just not appreciating who you are and your power and your support here. And so I feel like there's some people here with these foxes that are just being devious. They just don't have good intentions. They're not in your corner here. So I feel like you know who these people are already. And that is a sign here to let them go. Okay, so let's look at some challenges that may come up for you here. So we have the Eight of Swords. So yeah, you may be feeling like you don't really have the strength and the courage to let these things go, or to let these people go. Okay, so there may be a little bit of an inability to control the emotions, or you just may feel overwhelmed with emotions. So that's something that you may want to be aware of, and just try to focus on balancing your emotions and thinking things through from an emotional place, but also a logical place. And we did talk about that earlier. So sort of emotional intelligence is like coming to mind here. So if that's something that you are familiar with, like really working on being emotionally intelligent. And if you're not familiar with that, you definitely want to look that up, because that is really just you managing your emotions effectively and considering other viewpoints and perspectives, and creating solutions and responding in a way that is constructive, so that others hear your message and they also benefit from the solutions that you're providing. Okay, so we also have the Six of Pentacles here. Okay, so yeah, you may also find that so we talked about you not comparing yourself with others. So also don't be giving if it's not truly authentically if it's not coming from a true authentic place here. So you may be feeling like you need to provide support in some way, and you're really like feeling drained, or you're just not into it. It doesn't align with your cause, your morals, your values, your purpose anymore. And if that is the case, then you may struggle a little bit with like, how do I approach this subject? Like, how do I stop this and kind of move in the direction that I really want to be going in? So that may be something that comes up for you, something you'll need to work through. We also have the Four of Swords here. Okay, so you may also be grieving something. So this could be you still grieving someone, a loss of someone, or you just working through an illness, or just any type of setback here. This could be a challenge for you this week, of kind of working through that, as well as keeping your spirits high and your vibration high, and continuing to work on some goals that you have. Okay, so we also have the Three of Wands here. Yeah, so there may also be this struggle, or and I'm trying to find the right words to say, because it's not necessarily a struggle. It's just sort of like an area where that you're exploring and you're continuing to work through some things here. And this is reminding you of what you came here to do and what your true purpose is. And the whole theme of this reading is like getting back into alignment with who you are and what you came here to do. So I feel like for some of you, you may know what this is already. For others of you, you're still searching. You're still soul searching that, and that's okay wherever you are. But remember that there is a purpose for you, and you do have a path that's leading to you living your life purpose. And this is you getting back into alignment with that path. Okay, so we have anger, we have your shadow self here. So you may be feeling like it's going to be helpful to you to do some shadow work. So whether it's journaling or meditations, those things may help you to release some of this energy that's stuck and stagnant and not helpful to you. And yeah, you may be challenged here. So yeah, I see the emotions are here. The emotions are definitely here. So just be mindful of that and pay attention to that, and just try to increase your emotional intelligence this week. Okay, so let's look at some underlying fears that you may have here. Okay, so we have that Ace of Swords. Okay, so for some of you, there may be like this feeling of, can I let go of these energies? And I'm kind of saying it like, because yes, of course, you know you can. You know that you got this. You know that you are powerful. You know that you are so intelligent, so smart, so brave, and you can let go of these energies that aren't supporting you and helping you. So for some of you, it's time to like step out of that comfort zone and step into your power here. So I feel like also this justice is here. It's like, yeah, get back to who you know you are. Okay, so you've been, for some of you, it's like hiding behind something, or again, just not stepping out of that comfort zone and stepping into your power. And this is really calling for you to do that, to start doing that work, or to continue that work, get back into that work and become more aligned. So we also have the Nine of Swords here. Okay, yeah, so there's just a lot of emotional pain here that's coming out, that's coming to the forefront. You're managing these emotions. So just be mindful, be aware of all of that, and trust and know that you can handle that. You can handle this shift in your consciousness, this change. And sometimes when we are working on that shadows, those shadow side, those shadows aspects, if I can get it out, what I'm trying to say here, sometimes we do work on those shadow aspects, and it is like a little bit of a struggle. You're like, can I get through this? Yes, absolutely you can. Okay, we also have the Hermit here. All right, so you may struggle to find time for yourself this week. And for some of you, you may fear that like, okay, if I don't get my meditation, if I don't get my coffee and relaxation time, then yeah, it's going to be problems here. So definitely just try to get those moments in. Like even if you need to take a break, or you need to sit in silence, you need to do a couple breathing exercises, whatever those self-care practices are. And it doesn't have to be like, oh, okay, meditate for an hour. It may literally be like, yeah, you stepping away and going into the bathroom, or going, to a quiet place, going outside and just doing some breathing exercises, or just sitting in silence and reflecting. It could also be like just getting more sleep, staying hydrated, drinking more water, eating healthier. So just those tiny things could have a really big impact on you and your mood. So that's what you're being guided to do here. So it is coming out as something you may feel like you're not able to do, but you absolutely can do that. Or it may be something that some of you haven't even thought about doing as well. Okay, so that's what I'm hearing. So we also have the Nine of Pentacles here. Yeah. Okay, the lifestyle, the healthy lifestyle came out right here in the Nine of Pentacles. So that is your confirmation of, just taking those moments of peace and solitude, and how significant of an impact that could really have on your health, your wellness, your prosperity, and abundance as well. Okay, so let's move to potential outcomes. All right, so we have the Eight of Wands here. Okay, so yeah, I see you moving rather quickly toward making these changes here. So that is wonderful. So it's like, yeah, you get it and you're going to work on it and you're going to persevere. We also have the King of Pentacles. So that's like you stepping into your power, maybe having a little bit of fear about your confidence and your bravery, but then being like, yeah, I got this, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, you're showing up here like your third eye fully open, the universe open and available to you, and this is like full power, full strength. And you also, there's maybe a financial component tied to this as well with these pentacles here. So you may get back into that place of being that provider, that protector. And you also may have some ideas, some strategies about that, some ways that you want to shift that. And whatever it is aligned with that, because I'm going off into another area here, so I'm going to bring it back. But whatever it is about your finances and the way that you're supporting the resources that you have and how you're managing those, like there is absolute opportunity here for you to make those adjustments that you feel are necessary for success. Okay. All right, so we have the Knight of Wands here as well. So yeah, you're getting back to your charming, self-confident, adventurous self here. So that's so wonderful. And that brings it full circle back to the self-development and growth theme here. So you are going to take advantage of this transit and this opportunity to be more aligned with yourself. So that is so wonderful. So let's see here. All right, so we have the Universal Merkaba, and yeah, this is speaking to those sacred places, and that's why I feel like it's so important to mention that, because like, yeah, if you need to take a couple minutes, you need to go for a walk, you need to sit out on your patio, your balcony, and just relax and just enjoy, let the sun shine in, breathe that light into yourself, absolutely do that. Also, we have you trusting, okay? So trust yourself, trust source, trust that you have all that you need within you already. Trust that you do have the strength to make these changes and to transition and to raise your vibration, your frequency, your elevation. You are shifting your consciousness here, and trust is a part of that process. What else? So we have connecting here. All right. And this is speaking directly to you connecting with source here. So for some of you, there is this disconnect that you feel, and you're being guided here to work on that, to go back to that. And really, meditation is such a powerful tool for you to feel connected. That is absolutely recommended. However, if there's other practices that you do have that make you feel connected, absolutely do them. We also have Sagittarius aspects here. Okay, so this may have some importance to you in some way here. Just active and energetic is calling out immediately, because we are speaking about you really working on yourself, body, mind, and soul here, essentially. So the body part is here. So we talked a lot about the spiritual perspective, but the body is showing up here as well. So there's some balance here that you can work on and work toward this week as well. Okay, so why do we have the spots here? Okay, so this is, oh, wonderful. Limiting beliefs. it is all coming full circle here. So wonderful. So yeah, this is that confirmation on, yeah, there may be some limiting beliefs that you do have. And if you feel like there's none at all, then just double check your psyche, your subconscious here as well, because you may find some. And then if you don't, that's wonderful. Just continue to strengthen that connection with your higher self and source, because it is all here. Okay, Aquarius? So those are the messages I have for you this week. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful week and take care.